Most frequently asked C programming interview questions and answers. C programming language was developed between 1969 and 1973 by Dennis Ritchie at Bell Labs. He uses this new programming language to re-implement Unix operating system. C is a high-level structured-oriented programming language used for general-purpose programming requirements. Basically, C is a collection of its library functions. It is also flexible to add user-defined functions and include those in the C library. The main usage of C programming language includes language compilers, operating systems, assemblers, text editors, print spoolers, network drivers, modern programs, databases, language interpreters, and utilities. Most common C programming interview questions. Here we go. Q number 1. What are the key features in C programming language? Answer. Features are as follows. Portability. It is a platform-independent language. Modularity, possibility to break down large programs into small modules. Flexibility, the possibility of a programmer to control the language. Speed, C comes with support for system programming and hence it compiles and executes with high speed when compared with other high-level languages. Extensibility, possibility to add new features by the programmer. Q number 2, what are the basic data types associated with C? Answer. Int, represent the number integer. Float, number with a fraction part. Double precision floating point value. Char, single character. Void, special purpose type without
Answer.
any
The
value.
mistakes, errors
Q
that
number
occur
3,
while
creating
creating
a
a
program are called syntax errors. Misspelled commands or incorrect case commands, an incorrect number of parameters in calling method, function, data type mismatches can be identified as common examples for syntax errors. Q number 4, what is the process to create increment and decrement statement in C? Answer. There are two possible methods to perform this task. Use increment and decrement operator. Example: when x equals 4, x returns 5 and x returns 3. Use conventional plus or sign. Example: when x equals 4, use x plus 1 to get 5 and x 1 to get 3. Q number 5, what are reserved words with a programming language? Answer. The words that are a part of the standard C language library are called reserved words. Those reserved words have special meaning and it is not possible to use them for any activity other than its intended functionality. Example: void, return int. Q number 6, what is the explanation for the dangling pointer in C? Answer. When there is a pointer pointing to a memory address of any variable, but after some time the variable was deleted from the memory location while keeping the pointer pointing to that location is known as a dangling pointer in C. Q number 7, describe static function with its usage. Answer. A function, which has a function definition prefixed with a static keyword is defined as a static function. The static function should be called within the same source code. Q number 8, what is the difference between abs and fabs functions? Answer. Both functions are to retrieve absolute value. Abs is for integer values and fabs is for floating type numbers. Prototype for abs is under the library file less than stdlib h greater than and fabs is under less than math h greater than. Q number 9, describe wild pointers in C. Answer. Uninitialized pointers in the C code are known as wild pointers. They point to some arbitrary memory location and can cause bad program behavior or program crash. Q number 10, what is the difference between ++a and a++? Answer. ++a is called prefixed increment and the increment will happen first on a variable. A++ is called postfix increment and the increment happens after the value of a variable. Q number 14. Describe the header file and its usage in C programming. Answer. The file containing the definitions and prototypes of the functions being used in the program are called a header file. It is also known as a library file. Example, the header file contains commands like printf and scanf from the stdoh library file. Q number 15. There is a practice in coding to keep some code blocks in comment symbols then delete it when debugging. How this affects when debugging? Answer. This concept is called commenting out, and this is the way to isolate some part of the code which scans possible reason for the error. Also, this concept helps to save time because if the code is not the reason for the issue, it can simply be removed from comment. Q number 16. What are the general description for loop statements and available loop types in C? Answer. A statement that allows the execution of statements or groups of statements in a repeated way is defined as a loop. There are 4 types of loop statements in C. While loop, for loop, do while loop, nested loop. Q number 17. What is a nested loop? Answer. A loop that runs within another loop is referred to as a nested loop. The first loop is called the outer loop and the inside loop is called the inner loop. The inner loop executes the number of times defined in an outer loop. Q number 18. What is the general form of function in C? Answer. The function definition in C contains 4 main sections. Return underscore type, function underscore name, parameter list, body of the function. Return type, data type of the return value of the function. Function name, the name of the function, and it is important to have a meaningful name that describes the activity of the function. Parameters, the input values for the function that are used to perform the required action. Function body, collection of statements. Q number 19. What is a pointer on a pointer in C programming language? Answer. A pointer variable that contains the address of another pointer variable is called pointer on a pointer. This concept refers twice to point to the data held by a pointer variable. In this example, **y returns the value of the variable a. Q number 20. What are the valid places to have keyword break? Answer. The purpose of the break keyword is to bring the control out of the code block which is executing. It can appear only in looping or switch statement.